Alright, so there's a short ass anime I saw like 4 years ago. It's this funny rom-com called Ao-chan Can't Study, and I kinda just randomly thought about this show around like an hour ago. So here's a video on it, I guess. I always say this, but if you haven't seen it, I recommend you watch it for yourself. It's super short. I think you can finish it in like 2 hours-ish, maybe 2.5, some shit like that. But yeah, it's a quick watch and hella enjoyable. Getting into it though, this is a slice of life rom-com anime. It has hints of ecchi shit here and there, but I wouldn't really call it an ecchi show or a degenerate one, since I don't think it had enough of that to really be called one. Don't get me wrong, it has lewd gags and shit throughout, but at its core, it's a rom-com. Like, that's what they're aiming for. So with the show being a slice of life rom-com, I can't necessarily go on about arcs or like sick ass character moments, since that's not really what you'd watch this sort of anime for. And to do that, I'd have to be a whole ass donkey and say some dumb shit like, holy shit dude, the nurse's office scene where they talk going hard as fuck. And I don't really feel like going on and on about specific scenes or trying to break down and tell you why X, Y, and Z is cute as fuck. So instead, I'm gonna opt to just start off by going through the main characters. Ao Horie and Takumi Kijima carry the show hard as hell, and that isn't a bad thing. It's a short ass anime and they're the main focal points of the show, so I mean, this is kinda to be expected. It'd be fucking miserable if they didn't. It's cute as fuck just seeing them interact as the show progresses, and it's cool to see Ao develop feelings for the dude. In this anime, Kijima holds feelings towards Horie, but is often pushed away and not really giving a straight answer, since the girl he likes is obsessed with getting good grades and kinda just hates men and the idea of dating in general. I like how they progress, since she starts being more accepting of him and he kinda just lets her go at her own pace. The guy's actually pretty understanding, and that's something I really like seeing from the show. Kijima's kinda just a normal human being. He's not like some creepy loser, an overlooked nerd, or like some womanizer. Dude's just a guy. And to contrast that, I liked what was done with Horie. She's the one with all the anime tropes. She's like the quirky one. She's a total ice queen with like heavy tsundere tendencies. Oh, and she's pretty fucking delusional. She holds this deep hatred for men, which stems from her freak of a dad, so she kinda just assumes the worst of everyone. She's always in her own head, assuming Kijima's gonna want to do some lewd shit, or that he's like bagged 30 chicks and she's just another number he's chasing. She just tends to get in her own way a lot, which in turn leads to just funny scenarios and shit. I've probably flashed the characters on screen already, so I'm gonna skip the rest of the cast for a sec and pivot over to character designs. I'm putting some on screen right now, and I mean, they're not bad to be honest. Easy on the eyes, simple designs. You can't look at these and say they look ass. The animation here also works well with the show. It's not some masterclass in animation, but it pairs well with the art style, so overall it all just kind of comes together and works. And that kind of just applies to all the cast members. I have no real complaints, to be honest, regarding this, although I would say, I guess if you want to nitpick, you could be like, oh, the designs are kind of generic, which I mean, I agree, but it's like a short ass rom-com anime, so it's kind of like, I mean, I let that shit slide. Going back to characters though, this show needs some more of them. It totally lacks good side characters in my opinion. I give it a pass like I do with some of the designs, since it's a short ass anime, and well, I mean, the main characters make up for it, to be honest. But nonetheless, it does have a weak supporting cast. The big notable ones are Miyabi, Horie's freak of a dad, and the dad's assistant. Miyabi and the assistant are cool, since they kinda incite conflict and evoke feelings of jealousy from our main characters. Outside of these guys, any other speaking character are kinda just filler. Even with the people I mentioned, they're kinda just whatever to me. Slight tangent, but not really, I guess. Right now I just said that Miyabi and the assistant are here to incite conflict and like jealousy and shit, and it's true. This anime has like a whole plotline revolving around them, and I mean, shit, I mean, like, I don't know, bro. Like, I'm kind of indifferent to the whole jealousy plotline. Like, I get why it was done. We couldn't just keep doing the same shit over and over and over again. Like, something had to bring our protagonist closer. I mean, like, fuck. I wasn't really feeling it. I don't want to say it's a lazy way of bringing them together, but but I wasn't really feeling the whole, oh, Baka Kijima, he's talking to another girl. You know what? Fuck him. I knew he was a womanizer. And same with Kijima, dude just got so insecure and territorial over Horie because he saw her talking with her dad's assistant. Like, it's cool, I guess. Like, you could watch this and not even care about this kind of thing. And maybe I am overreacting to it a bit. Like, I don't know. I've just never really liked this trope in romance shows. It happens in all the big ones too, so I am kind of just used to it, but I'm also like, bruh, come on now. The idea that we need to have our protagonists be jealous for each other and kind of just fight or have tension over a lack of communication, it's kind of lame to me. We can have tension or conflict in other ways. That's it though. I don't really have any more to add to that, just that I think jealousy plotlines are kind of lame, a little bit lazy. I am kind of dragging this though, so going back to the side characters in this anime, the cast is just kind of weak and don't really have much to do here. I said this already, but they're kind of just filler. We'll see Kichima's friends and they're there to just be like, oh Lamau, Horie doesn't like you, why not try a different girl? Or to kind of just say some like one-off comments like, whoa Horie, you look lewd as shit in that. I bet Kijima likes that shit, right Kijima? And I mean, it's cool, it's whatever. You can totally look past things like that, but it's literally the same thing with the girls who befriend Horie. They're all just saying things but not really doing anything, if that makes sense. What I'm getting at is that they're basically all lame as hell. Like, they do try and set them up in the wrong way, and it can lead to funny things, but I mean, I don't know. I get that they're not the main focus, but having them be a bit more memorable or just giving them something to make me care about them would be sick. Like, deadass, I like to think I'm pretty good with remembering most names from animes I've seen, but in this case, I can't even remember one of them. I can barely remember like 3 characters. Actually, I don't even know if we were giving names like that, to be honest, so there's that. But yeah, although I do think these are flaws, like I said earlier, they're not detrimental to the show. I bagged on the show hella, but Horie and Kijima carry that fucking hard since they're the main focus, and it just makes up for it. It's nitpicky as shit of me, and if I were recommending this to a friend, I wouldn't mention this, but since I'm giving my thoughts while recording like a video on this subject, I thought I might as well just put it all out there. One thing I am really iffy on though, and it's not really like nitpicky, is her dad. I keep calling him a freak, and I mean, he kinda just is. Dude's an aero novelist, and as a result, he's just a weirdo. Like, I guess what he does throughout the show can be considered helping, or at least be considered an attempt to in his own quirky way, but I mean, I don't know, like, he's supposed to be amusing or charming, but to me he was kind of just an annoyance. He's here to set up some of the ecchi shit and lewd gag scenarios, and that's kind of it. He's just kind of there to be a gag character, and honestly kind of think he was a waste of a character. Like, dude can still be an aero novelist or whatever, but I think he should have been a more serious character, or just like some super eccentric guy. I'm spitballing heavy here, but I would have wanted something more from the root of Horie's hatred for men. He's not like some mega failure of a dad, but he's just kind of weird. Like, I get that it's a gag character and it's supposed to be a comedic show, but he's like actively trying to get his daughter to get like laid with Kijima, and it's like, I don't know, a little bit iffy on that, which is crazy too because he's voice acted by a fucking goat. The dude who voice acts him in the sub is also the voice of Chisaki, Tatsu, and Nanami. Like, bro, I know the manga comes first and shit, but fuck, it's kind of a waste of such a peak voice actor. That aside, character design wise, he's also lame as hell. He's just hella out of place, to be honest. Dude looks goofy as fuck, which I guess reinforces the fact that he's just a gag character, but like, I don't know, bro. You see all of these characters, all these people, and then bang, here's this loser. Don't get me wrong though, he sets up some funny shit at times, and I can see how someone watching this could be like and just be indifferent to him. Like I said, I would have wanted more from him since he's Horie's parent. He's the reason for one of the more prominent character traits she has, and he's kind of just like a more front and center main extra, I guess. But yeah, Overall, the show is dope. It's short as shit, so you don't lose much giving it a shot. It's filled with cute ass moments, some funny shit, and ecchi here and there, so it's kind of got a little bit of everything. Solid show, especially for the length. I do recommend it since I thought it was enjoyable. I will say though, which you probably gathered from the video, don't go into it expecting the most peak thing on earth. It's not some top shelf rom-com or anything crazy like that, but it's cool for what it is. And I mean, yeah, that's all I really gotta say about this show. For sure, subscribe, like the video, comment, and just pass the video and channel around. I'm trying to grow, so that'd be great. And yeah, that's about it. Later.